With a net worth of $400 million, Keanu Reeves got enough money to spend it on whatever makes him happy. And you want to know what makes the actor happy? Well, it's his charity work. He's known as the industry's nicest guy. And for good reason, folks. The John Wick actor once gifted each of the 12 stuntmen on The Matrix Reloaded a Harley-Davidson bike. Yup, you heard that right. I don't know about all of you, but I've never felt a more urgent urge to become a stuntman in my life. But that obviously doesn't count as charity. With his sister Kim suffering from leukemia, cancer charities are the ones he donates to the most. While speaking to Ladies' Home Journal in 2009, Reeves revealed how he has been running a private foundation to aid children's hospitals and cancer research. He spoke about how he doesn't like to attach his name to it and lets the foundation do what it does. How much more humble can you get? On top of all that, he auctioned off a 15-minute Zoom date with them in June 2020 just to benefit a children's cancer charity, Camp Rainbow Gold, and the bidding went up to $16,600. Jeez, that's a lot of money. But frankly, it makes sense. After all, he's a sweetheart and a grade-A Hollywood actor. I mean, how much more can we fall in love with this guy? What's more is that he has made huge donations to organizations such as PETA, Sick Kids Foundation, and the Stand Up to Cancer. It's like the actor doesn't spend any money on himself. Well, that's kind of true because he has said that money means nothing to him. And it's health over wealth for him. But the one thing on which Reeves likes to spend some of his fortune on is, you guessed it, his motorcycle collection. I think people sometimes fail to realize how much Keanu loves motorcycles. The man has even co-founded a motorcycle manufacturing company, Arch Motorcycle. Just the starting cost of their bikes is $78,000. I wish I had that much money to spend on a motorcycle. He owns several bikes from there, including the 2019 Arch Method 143. How else would he get people to spend a whopping amount on them if he doesn't own several products himself? Reeves has even stated that if he doesn't ride for a few days, he goes through withdrawals. The actor is clearly addicted to his motorcycles. At one point, he even had 15 motorcycles in his garage. It makes sense since he's big on action and doing his own stunts. But here's a fun fact for you guys. Reeves didn't grow up loving motorcycles. He didn't learn to ride until he was shooting a film in Munich in the late 80s. A woman there had an enduro motorcycle, and the actor asked her if she could teach him how to ride it. When the Matrix star returned to Los Angeles, he bought his first motorcycle. And well, the rest is history. His motorcycle collection includes custom vintage bikes from Harley-Davidson, Ducati, BMW, and many more. And trust me, none of them cost less than six figures. Only the best for the best, right? He even owns the 2004 Ducati 998 Matrix Reloaded Edition you see Trinity riding in the sequel. But none of them take the spotlight like his El Diablo West Coast chopper does. It cost him around $150,000. While we're on the subject of discussing Keanu's garage, the actor has spent millions on his cars. Now, the Matrix star is a simple man. When he's in New York, he'll just ride the bus or the subway like the rest of us normal people. But when he has some spare time, he loves to get behind the wheel. And just like his love for vintage bikes, the John Wick star likes to own classic cars. His first car was a classic Volvo 122, which he used to call Dumpy, basically because it was a dump. But it was the Porsche 911 that truly marked the beginning of his car collection. He even said that he couldn't describe the feeling he has when he drives this car. And since then, the actor has been no stranger to luxury. He owns an Audi R8, Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, and a Porsche Panamera. These must have cost him a pretty penny. For him, Ferrari is the dream. The actor has visited the Italian luxury sports car manufacturer's headquarters in Italy a couple of times, and has test-driven many of their cars. It seems like among the many things Keanu has in common with John Wick in real life, this is one of them. Spoiler alert, Though, if you haven't watched John Wick yet, I'm definitely judging you right now. If you remember, the whole movie was pretty much John chasing after the people who broke into his house and stole his vintage car. The man literally came out of retirement for it. I'll admit it was more emotional than that, but you still get the point. Speaking of being emotional, the backstory to this next purchase will leave you heartbroken. I'm talking about him buying his houses. Reeves had a rough time growing up, and all this decade of heartache led to him refusing to settle down, even after having the means to buy a lavish house. The actor was a true nomad. He didn't even buy a house till he was 40. The Matrix star used to live in hotels, mostly the chateau. Employees working at the hotel spoke about how he'd often wander around the hotel's grounds, rather ghost-like. What a sad way to live, right? He even purchased a house for his mother before getting one for himself. But now, the Canadian actor rocks an impressive real estate profile with homes in Hawaii, Malibu, and Los Angeles. At one point, it was even reported that he owned properties in Canada and New York. But nothing has been confirmed by the actor's side about them. One thing is for sure: Keanu has splurged millions on buying them. Now you guys might wonder where the actor lives, right? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's take a look at his humble abode. First off, I'd just like to tell you all that I'm not a stalker, guys, just a super fan, and all this information was already on the internet. The actor owns a gorgeous compound in the Hollywood Hills area in Los Angeles. LA is a hot spot for celebrity homes not only because of its scenic beauty, but also because of its closeness to Hollywood. The house is estimated to be worth around $8 million, but despite its crazy price, it only has 2 bedrooms and 3 baths and sits on a 0.41-acre lot. It features a gorgeous swimming pool, a 3-car garage, and a barbecue area. The home is believed to be built in 1988 and was purchased by Keanu in 2013. Given the fact that Keanu is a super private person, nobody has seen the inside of his house. Seriously, not a single picture exists. And I turned the internet upside down searching for one. So, no idea how the John Wick actor and his girlfriend, Alexandra Grant, have decorated the inside of their home. There's only aerial shots of the property, and it shows the property is built in quite a contemporary manner. But let's talk about his neighbors. The Canadian actor lives nearby the likes of Calvin Klein, Leonardo DiCaprio, and even Ariana Grande. It's safe to say those block parties must be pretty lit, right? That's all I have on Keanu Reeves for you guys today. I'll see you in the next one.